This conference will now be recorded.
So in today's session, we are going to discuss about schema builder. We will see what exactly the schema builder, what is the use, how can we use this schema builder inside that Salesforce instance, and what we can do with the help of this schema builder, we'll see practically. And with the help of this schema builder, how can we design the schema? That means schema means a structure, that means tables, that means objects. How to create the objects through this schema builder, how to add the fields through this schema builder, and what is the difference upon creating the objects and the fields through the standard navigation, and what is the difference upon creating through schema builder. We'll see practically. We'll see the practical implementation of schema builder today. Now, first of all, we have to understand schema. Schema means what? Structure. That means tables. That means objects. So object contains what? Okay, object contains, it's because if it is a table contains some set of columns also. Columns in the sense fields in Salesforce. Now, so now here in this case, what exactly this schema build up? What exactly the schema build up? And what is the use of this schema builder? We'll see practically in this case. Now, so now schema builder, nothing but building the schema. That means building those objects, nothing but creating the objects and adding the fields. So already we know how to create the objects, how to add the fields inside the object, we know that. So we have used standard navigation. By using that standard navigation, we have created so many applications, objects, fields, everything. But now I want to go with a different mechanism. I want to go with a different way to design the schema, to build the objects, to add the fields. So now let's see how can we implement it. We'll see practically in this case. Now, so when coming to that, upon building the objects and adding the fields, Salesforce has given two ways basically. In order to create the objects and adding the fields, we can go with the standard navigation. Okay, we can go with standard navigation. And along with that, we can use a feature called as schema builder. Okay, we can use a feature called as schema builder. Like while creating the object itself, while creating the fields also, I told you over here. Now, whenever you are creating the objects, see, creating the custom objects. I have given that information also. In order to create the objects, we have two ways to create the custom objects. First one is by using standard navigation. Second one by using schema builder. Already we have used standard navigation. Like we can go to that build menu, click on create objects. We can create some new objects, whatever you want inside your organization. Now we are going to use schema builder feature. So what exactly the schema builder and what is the use? So when coming to the schema builder is a graphical representational tool. The schema builder is a graphical representational tool, so which can be operatable through drag and drop facilities. A schema builder is a graphical representational tool which will be purely having some click and point and click options, nothing but, so we can able to use drag and drop facilities. Now, so now schema builder can be used to build the schema also. That means in order to design the schema, in order to create the objects, in order to create the fields, we are using this schema builder feature. Now, so now when coming to the schema builder is a graphical representational tool which is used to build the schema. So already we have used this schema builder to see what objects are available inside the organization, what fields are available inside those objects, and how the objects are associated. We have observed all these things by using schema builder. But now, not only observing that schema, existing objects in the fields and the associations, we can create our own objects also through schema builder. We can add the fields also to that object through schema builder. Builder, nothing but building, that means creating. What we are creating schema, nothing but objects, that means adding some fields. So schema builder is a graphical representational tool which is used to represent the existing objects or the canvas in the pictorial format. Whatever the existing tables are available, those tables you can see in the pictorial format by using this schema builder. Along with that, we can create our own objects. We can add our own fields also. We can map some associations among those objects also. That possibility is available through schema builder. Now, so now in this case, by using schema builder, we can do two things. First one, we can able to see the existing object structure. That means what objects are available inside the organization. We can see those objects also. And along with that, we can see the columns available inside those objects also. And we can see how the objects are associated with each other, how the association has been mapped, what kind of relationship is available between those objects, we can see. Along with that, we can create our own objects also, we can add our own fields also, we can map our own association among those tables with the help of this schema builder. Okay, now let me give the note point. Schema builder is a tool. What kind of tool? Graphical representational tool. Schema builder is a graphical representational tool provided by Salesforce. Provided by Salesforce to represent the existing object structure on the canvas, and we can build our own schema according to the application requirement. According to the application requirement. So in this case, in order to see the existing object structure, we can use this schema builder, and then we can able to create our own schema also. Now, so that means by using schema builder, we can create the objects. We can create the custom objects. We can add the custom fields to the object, and we can map the relationships among the objects by using drag and drop facilities, drag and drop features. So we no need to use any navigation. Just by using the drag and drop features, we can able to build the schema also. We can create the objects and we can able to add the fields to that existing objects also, and we can map the associations among those objects by using schema builder. So schema builder is a graphical representational tool. That means it's a point and click option. That means drag and drop facilities tool. There is no navigation like as next, nothing. Only drag and drop. Like whatever the way we have used the process builder, like the similar way we are having this drag and drop facility. In the report builder also we are having the drag and drop facility. Here also you are having drag and drop facilities. The feature facilities are available as part of this schema builder. Then how can we use this schema builder in order to create our own objects, in order to add our own fields? We'll see practically today. How can we implement this? Now let's see what are the side effects are available with this schema builder. What are the drawbacks are available in this schema builder, and how can we overcome those drawbacks? That means how can we implement those additional things? We'll see practically today. So by using this schema builder, how can we create our own custom objects? How can we add our own fields? We'll see practically, and along with that, what are the various drawbacks are available with this schema builder, and what are all the additional steps that we need to do? We'll see practically in this case. Now, so now let's see practically in this case here. How can we implement that functionality? Now let's see practically in this case. Now, so where exactly the schema builder feature is available? I want to see. For that one, if you want to see the schema builder feature, we are having a navigation. Go to the setup menu. Go to the build menu in the left panel. Click on schema builder link. Okay, click on schema builder link. From there, we can able to see, we can able to go with that schema builder tool in order to see the existing object structure, and then we can able to create our own schema also by using this schema builder tool. That facility is available over here. Now, so let's take a small use case. How can we create our own objects through schema builder? Now let's see. So how can we create our own custom objects? How to add the fields? How can we map the associations among those objects? We'll see practically with the help of schema. Now, so let's see how can we do that. Now take a small use case. Create a custom object with the name hiring manager. Hiring manager. Create a custom object with the name hiring manager. Create a custom object with the name hiring manager and add the below fields to the object. First one is hiring manager name. So this is a standard field. We know that. Second one, location field, which is of type pick list. I want to add some list of values inside this, like as Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai, Noida, Delhi, etc. I would like to add some location values. Third one, I would like to add the contact number, which is of type phone. I want to make this field as mandatory. Fourth one, email address. which is of type email. I want to make it as mandatory. So this is my requirement here. Through Schema Builder, I would like to create a custom object with the name hiring manager. And then in that custom object, I would like to add these 4 fields. So, but no need to create 4 fields because name field will be given by Salesforce by default. That is a name field is a standard field, and the remaining 3 fields I would like to create, like location, contact number, and the email address. These are the 3 additional fields which I would like to add to my hiring manager object through Schema Builder. Then how can we do this? Now let's see practically. It's very easy. Okay, it's very easy. Just it is a purely drag and drop tool. Now, how can we implement this? Now let's see. So let me go to that schema builder in order to perform these operations. I want to create this object with the name hiring manager to store the HR records information. And then to store that HR's information, okay, the HR recruiter's information, I would like to store the name, I would like to store the location value, okay, in which location they're working, their contact number, and then their email ID. For that one, I would like to add these fields inside my hiring manager object. Now, so let me go to that schema builder, go to the build menu. In this build menu, you are having an option called as schema builder. Directly inside that build menu itself, you will be having that schema builder option. So just to click on the schema builder, so that schema builder tool will be getting open for you. Now, click on schema builder tool. So the schema builder tool has been getting open for you. So this is the schema builder tool, which is purely a point and click option tool. It's purely a drag and drop facilities tool. Okay, it is purely a drag and drop facilities tool. Now, so now in this schema builder, you will be having 2 panels are available. There is a left panel. There is the left panel is available over here, and there is a right panel. This is the right panel. So now this left panel is called as component window. Okay, component window, which is having so many components are available. And this right panel is called as canvas. Okay, canvas. Canvas means like as a chart. Okay, chart. where we can design something, where we can draw something, where we can represent something. So this is called as canvas. So two panels are available. There is a left panel which is called as a component window, and the second panel is canvas. So now these are the two windows are available. Now, in this case here, so we have the two windows are available, component window and then canvas is also available over here. So what is this component window? Now let's see. In this component window, we are having so many objects are available. That means whatever the objects are available inside your organization, all those objects we can able to see over here. Okay, all those objects information we can able to see inside this component window. Now, in this component window, so we'll be having so many options are available through which we can able to see the objects and we can able to create those objects also inside your organization. So now this canvas is used to represent the object structure. So whatever the objects that we're creating or whatever the objects are available inside the organization, all those objects we can able to represent in the pictorial format on this canvas here. On this canvas, we can able to represent this object structure on the canvas over here. Now, so now here in this case, when you go to this schema builder, we have two options are available. Okay, when coming to this schema builder tool, in this left panel, you will be having two tabs are available. First tab is elements tab, second one is objects tab. Okay, elements tab and the objects tab. So now what do you mean by this objects tab? Objects tab is used to, objects tab is used to see the objects available inside the organization. In this organization, whatever the objects are available, all the object names we can able to see over here. So these are the objects are available inside this organization where each and every object is visible to you along with the checkbox over here. So what is the use of this checkbox? If I'm selecting this checkbox, then automatically this object structure will be visible to you on the canvas here. Okay, this object structure will be visible to you on the canvas. Whenever I'm selecting this checkbox, so that object will be getting visible on this canvas. That means the table structure, the columns will be visible on this canvas here. So in this case here, if you want to unselect all these checkboxes, just you can click on this option, clear all. Okay, just you can click on this option, clear all, so that all the checkboxes has been getting unselected here, so that here this canvas has been cleared out. So in this case, as part of this objects tab is going to be representing all the objects available inside your organization. So whenever I'm selecting this object, because suppose if I'm selecting this account checkbox, automatically that object structure will be getting visible on my canvas here. We can see this object structure on this canvas. We can see whatever the columns are available inside this object, each and every column information we can able to see over here. But I don't want to see these objects. I want to create my own object. Then how can we create? Now let's see. So just unselect this checkbox over here. So this object has been gone. This object will not be visible to you on this particular canvas over here. Now, so now what is my requirement? I want to create that object over here. I want to create my own object. Then how can we create our own custom object? We can now let's see practically. If you want to create your own custom object, then we have to go to this elements tab. There is a tab called as elements tab. So now in this elements tab, to create your custom object, to add your own fields, whatever the elements are required, whatever the components are required, all the components are available inbuilt over there. So in this elements tab, you will be having all the elements, all the components are available, which are used to build your own schema. In order to create your own objects, in order to add your own fields, whatever the features are required, all the features are available inbuilt inside this elements tab over here. Okay, inside this elements tab, you will be having all these options are available. So not just you can select this elements tab over here. Okay, select this elements tab, then you will be having all these options are available. Okay, we are having all these options are available. Like there is an option called as component called as object, like as auto number, formula, roll up summary, lookup, hierarchy, master detail. Each and every field, you know these fields information, field data types, checkbox, currency, date time, time, email, number, person. Every data type is available in the form of a component, like as a drag and drop facility component. Now what I want to do, I want to create my own object here. What is that object name? Hiring manager. So that here, whenever if you want to create your own object, just you can collect this object component and drag and drop onto your canvas. Because I want to create an object, so that select whatever the component that you want to use and then drag and drop onto that canvas, so that we can able to create that object also over here. So now in this case, just you can drag and drop this component onto your canvas and release the mouse button. So it is providing that. So object properties window. It is providing that object properties window. Here we can specify that object label, nothing but singular label, plural label, object name, description, everything will be available as it is. Now here I'm selecting this object label. I'm indicating the object label as hiring manager. I'm creating an object with the name hiring manager, and the tab name, nothing but plural name is nothing but tab name. So for that tab, what is the name that you want to provide? Hiring managers, because object names will be in the singular format, tab name will be in the plural format. So that here I'm going to be indicating the plural name as hiring managers. And then the description, I'm indicating the description. This object is used to store all the HR people's information. Okay, this object is used to store all the HR people's information. Now, so now select that check boxes here. You know, allow reports, allow activities, track field history. Okay, select those check boxes and then make that in development status. So what is the development status? We can specify either in development or deployed. Deployed means what? My object is ready to use. So that I'm selecting the option as deployed. Next, here when you create this custom object, so now have you missed anything over here? Upon creating this object, did you miss anything over here? So upon creating your own custom object through standard navigation, in the last section, you will be having two checkboxes. In the last section, you are having two checkboxes are available over here. The first checkbox is, okay, add the notes and the attachments related list. Okay, add notes and attachments related list. Now, so now here add the notes and attachment related list is the first option. The second option is nothing but launch a new custom tab wizard after creating a custom object. Okay, launch a new custom tab wizard after creating a custom object. That means once the object has been getting created, then add a tab also for your object. Okay, add a tab also for your object through this custom, okay, through this schema builder. So for that one here, you will be having two checkboxes here. In the last section, we have two checkboxes. The first one is add a notes and attachments related list along with that record. But that option is available. Okay, add notes and attachments related option is available. But the last option is what? Last option is launch a new custom tab wizard after creating a custom object. That means that option is indicating please create a tab for your object. Once a table has been getting created, for the table, please create a tab. But that checkbox is available here? No. So that means what? It is not selecting the checkbox. If the checkbox is not selected, object will be created, table will be created, but tab will not be created. So this is the first drawback with the schema builder. So whenever I'm creating the object through schema builder will be creating the table for you. It won't provide any tab. Okay, it won't provide any tab. We need to create the tab manually for your object. This is the first drawback of schema builder. Okay, this is the first drawback. So I'm selecting that notes and attachments option, click on save. So it is creating the object for me, and what are the fields are available. The first 5 fields will be getting added over here, like as ID field, name field, owner field, created by, last modified by. These 5 fields will be adding by Salesforce automatically. You know that concept. Upon creating a custom object, by default, Salesforce is providing 5 standard fields, like as ID, name, owner, created by, and the last modified by. These are the 5 fields will be given by Salesforce by default. So in this case, it is creating the object for me, it is creating the table for me, but it is not preparing any tab for me over here. Tab is not created. Okay, tab will not be created by the schema builder. Then what we need to do, we need to create the tab for our custom object manually. How to create the tab, you know, because upon creating the tabs, we have 4 types of tabs are available in Salesforce. That already I told you over there. Upon creating the tab, we have 4 types of tabs are available over here, like as custom object tabs, web tabs, Visual Force page tabs, lightning page tabs. But we need to select that custom object tab section. Okay, in order to create a tab for our custom object, we have to create the tab manually. This is the first drawback when coming to the schema builder. Now, drawbacks. The first one. Upon creating the custom object through schema builder, it will create the table with the specified name, but it won't provide the tab for the object. But it won't provide the tab for the object. So this is the first drawback here. Then what needs to be done for this one? Now let's see. So for this one, the solution is, so we need to create a custom object tab for the object manually. We need to create a custom object tab, okay, for the object manually. So manually, we have to create the tab for our object. So this is the first additional option that we need to do as part of this. So we have to create our own custom object tab manually over here. Now, second one. There is one more drawback is available. I will show you that here. So before that, let me create the fields inside my object. In this object, how to add the fields? Let's see practically in this case. Now I'm going to be creating the fields over here. Now, so what are all the fields we need to create? I need to add 4 fields. But already one field is available. Name field is already there because it is a standard field. Remaining 3 fields I would like to create. Location, contact number, and email ID field. I would like to create. Let me create these fields manually. Now, so how can we add the fields onto the object? So first of all, location field I want to create, which is of type pick list. So go to this elements over here. There is a element called there is a component called as pick list type. Just you can drag and drop onto your object because I want to add this field in this object, so that just you can drag and drop this component onto your object here. It is providing the property window. When you place the mouse pointer here, release that mouse pointer, you will be getting the property window. Specify that field label. I'm indicating location name. I would like to populate some values like some Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai, Noida, Delhi, Kochi, like that. So these are the various options which I would like to add. Select that option, okay, display values alphabetically. That means I want to display these elements in the alphabetical order. Whatever the order I have entered these elements, don't display in the same order. Arrange these elements in the alphabetical order and display that arranged order inside my object here. Now click on save. So now my location field has been added. Next one, contact number. That means phone field. Select this phone field and then add this phone field over here. I'm indicating contact number. I want to make this a field mandatory, so that I'm selecting required checkbox. Click on save. Next, the email ID. So that email field over here. Email field, specify that email address. I'm creating the field with the name email address, and then I want to make this a field required. That means mandatory. So that select this required checkbox. Click on save button. So that here I have created these fields over here. Okay, I have created the fields. Whatever the fields are required, we are able to add the fields onto your object. This is how we are creating the objects, we are creating the fields through schema builder. So with the help of this schema builder, we can create our own schema also. That means we can create our own objects. We can add our own fields according to your application requirement. That possibility is available here. This is a way we can able to implement the schema builder inside your Salesforce instance. Now, so in this case here, so let's go back to let's close this schema builder here. Now, in this case, what happened? Did you got this tab on this particular tab bar with the name hiring managers? No. Why? Because I already told you, whenever I'm creating the object through schema builder, schema builder will be creating the object for you. Schema builder is creating a table, but it won't provide any tab. Okay, it won't provide any tab for you. Schema builder will be creating the table for you, but it won't provide any tab. Okay, it won't provide any tab. Now, so we need to create the tab for this object over here. So here, upon creating the custom object through schema builder, it will create the table with the specified name, but it won't provide the tab for the object. So as an additional step, we need to create the tab for that object manually. How to create the tab? You know that options here. Now let's go to that, creating the tab. Go to the build menu, click on create, click on tabs. Okay, click on tabs. Now select that custom object tabs, because I want to create the tab for my custom object. So that go to the custom object tabs section, click on new button. Okay, click on new button and then select the object name. For which object you want to create the tab? For my hiring manager object, I want to create the tab. So select that, okay, hiring manager object, and then select the tab style. So now here I'm selecting this tab style over here. Select the tab style, whatever you want. I'm selecting like some gear symbol over here. You can select any tab style, whatever you want, depends upon your application requirement. Now I'm selecting the tab style like as gears tab style. Now click on next button. Make the tab to be get visible for all the profile users by making it as a default on. So it will be indicating the default on option. Go to the next. And then make this tab to be visible for all the applications here by selecting include tab checkbox. Click on save. So now the tab has been created successfully. The tab has been added onto my tab bar. Okay, tab has been created successfully and the tab has been added on my tab bar over here. So the tab is created, hiring managers tab. Now, so now here we are done with this additional step also. We have created the tab, okay, for our object manually by using custom object tabs section. Now, from there, we can able to manage the records inside this object here. We can create the records, we can modify the records, delete the records, everything we can do. So click on this hiring managers tab. Let's create a record here. Click on new button. Now, so now tell me, are we missing something over here? Did you miss something over here? Or everything is perfect?
The location is missing.
Right. Location field is not visible. Okay, location field is not visible. We have created 3 custom fields: location field, contact number, email ID. Contact number field is visible, email ID field is visible, location is not visible. Why? What might be the reason? If all the 3 are not visible, then fine, no problem. If all are 3 is visible, then no problem. But few are visible, few is not visible. One is not visible. Why?
List is not yet created, sir.
Correct?
The pick list hasn't been created yet.
We have created. We have created the pick list field also. Location name field I have created. Then why it is not visible on my user interface? What is the issue? What is the problem? It may be any type. It is showing that phone type, it is showing that email type, then why it is not showing that pick list? That is also one data type, that is also one field. What is the problem? The thing is, upon creating that pick list field, that is location, I did not make that field mandatory. Observe this one. When I observe this contact number, okay, in the email ID fields, upon creating these fields, I have selected the required checkbox. That means mandatory. That's what it is showing these fields over here. Location field, I did not make it as mandatory. That is an optional field. That's what here it is not showing that field. That means what? Whenever I'm creating the fields through Schema Builder, if the field is a mandatory field, then only the field will be visible to you on that page layout. If the field is an optional field, that will not be visible. Now, this is the second drawback of Schema Builder. Okay. Upon creating the field through Schema Builder, if the field is a mandatory field, then the field will be getting visible on the page layout. If the field is an optional, it will not be visible to you on that page layout. So in this case, what needs to be done? In this case, we need to add the field onto your page layout through page layout customization. So we have to go to the page layout customization, add that field onto your page layout. You know how to customize the page layouts already, you know that concept already we have discussed. So by using page layout customization, I need to add that field onto my page layout. How to do that? Now let's see practically in this case. So let me give you the note point of that second drawback. Second drawback is upon creating the fields through schema builder, if the field is an optional field, then schema builder will not represent the field on the page layout. Schema builder will not represent the field on the page layout. The solution is what? We need to add the field onto the page layout by using page layout customizations. So we need to add the fields onto the page layout by using page layout customizations manually. This is the second additional step that we need to do. These are the two major drawbacks of schema builder. Remaining everything is fine, everything is perfect. But it is a faster way to create the fields because just a drag and drop, that's it. Now, so let me go to the schema, let me go to the page layout customization. Expand this to force.com quick access menu. Click on edit layout. Go to that fields here. I want to make this section to be get visible in both the layouts, edit page and the detail page also. So now hiring manager name field is available over here. Here location field is available inside this fields list. So now we need to add this field onto your page layout over here. Just you can drag and drop onto your page layout. That's it. So I would like to add this field onto my location. I want to show this field in this location. Contact number should be in this location. Email ID should be in this location. Owner field should be in this location. System information section I want to show in this location over here, and I want to display this header in both the layouts. I don't want to add the activities. I don't want activity history, notes and attachments also. I'm removing all this related list. So now I would like to display these fields over here. Now click on save. So that we have did the page layout customization. Now location field is also visible on my page layout. This is how we are going to be creating the fields, okay, inside your object through schema builder. This is the concept of schema builder. Schema builder is used to create your own schema. That means create your own objects also, and then we can able to add the fields. But upon creating the objects and the fields through schema builder, we have identified two drawbacks. First drawback is upon creating the object, so it won't provide any tab. We need to create the tab for our object manually. That is the first thing. Second one, okay, the second one is whenever I'm adding the fields by using schema builder, if the field is a mandatory field, then only the field will be visible to you on the page layout. If the field is an optional, it won't display that field on the page layout by default. We need to display that field on that page layout by using page layout customization option. These are the two additional steps we need to do. First one, we need to create the tab. Second one, we need to add the field onto the page layout by using page layout customization. These are the two things we need to add additionally here. So this is the concept of schema builder in Salesforce. Next one. Next one is relationships. Next concept is relationships. So what exactly the relationships in Salesforce? What do you mean by relationship? Relationships are nothing but mapping the association among the two objects. Like for example, assume that. So I'm going on the road. In front of me, two people are going on the road. Okay, two people are going on the road in front of me. Those two people might be having some relation. I don't know. They may be father and son. Those people may be mother and daughter, mother and son. Both may be brothers, both may be sisters, whatever. There is some relation. Generally, how can we guess the relation? These two people are father and son, mother and daughter, brother and sister. Both are brothers, both are sisters. How? How can we guess this one? Based on some identity, based on some identicals, nothing but similarities. Like both the peoples may be they having the same kind of face cut, color, eyes, nose, lips, height. Based on that, based on some similarity, we can guess something whether these two people are father and son, or mother and son. Both are brothers, mother and daughter. Both are sisters. We can able to guess some relation. So, like the similar way, here also, not only mapping the relation among the people in the real world, we can map the relation among the two tables also in Salesforce. In Salesforce, not only in the Salesforce, in any database, we can have multiple tables. So between those tables, we can map some relation. We can map some relations also. We can able to map some associations among those objects also. That possibility is available. So in this case, whenever if you want to map the association between the two objects, whenever if you want to map the association, a relation between the two objects, we are using the help of a feature called as relationships. By using this relationships feature, we can map the association. We can map the relation between the two tables inside your Salesforce instance. Now, so whenever if you want to map the relation among the various objects inside your organization, we are using the help of a feature called as relationships feature. Now, so now here in this case, how can we map the associations? How can we map the relationships among the two objects in Salesforce? What are the various types of associations we can able to map? We will see practically in this case here. Now, in this case, by using this feature, we can map the associations among the various objects inside the organization. By using this feature, we can map the association among the various objects inside that organization. So inside the organization, we are going to be mapping the association among the various objects. That possibility is available. Then, so now in this case here, how can we map the association among the two objects? What is that prerequisites that we need to have? We'll see practically in this case. Now let's see practically in this case. Now, so then how can we map this association among these objects? Now let's see practically. Now, for example, I have two objects are available. Okay, I have two objects are available. For example, I'm having two objects are available, like as department object and then employee object. Department object and then employee object. For example, let me explain. For example, assume that I'm having these two objects. There is a department object is available, which is having department ID, department name, and the location. In which location this department is available. Second one, I'm having this employee object, which will be having employee ID and then employee name and then designation. Along with that, it will be having some department's information also. Now, so I'm having these two objects are available. This is the department object and which is having some columns inside this. Department ID, name of the department, and the location. I'm having some department's information is available with me. Like the department ID is D1001. Department name is sales. Location is Hyderabad. Department number is department ID is 1002. This is service department, which is in Bangalore. D1003, which is a marketing department, which is in some Mumbai. D1004, it's a sales department, which is in Chennai. That means we have the sales departments in two locations. One is in Hyderabad, second one is in Chennai. So in two locations, we are having these sales departments are available. Second, I'm having this employee object. Employee object. Now, here I'm having this employee information E101. So this is the employee ID column. This is the employee name column. This is the designation column. Now, I'm storing some employees information inside this. The first employee, okay, the first employee. So this employee ID is E100 or 4001. 400001. Employee name is some Ram Kumar. His designation is sales manager. His designation is sales manager. Second one, E400002. His name is some Suresh Tripathi. He is a sales executive. He is also working in the sales department. Third one, E400003. His name is some Praveen. He is one of the service person. Like a service engineer. E400004. His name is some Kiran Kumar. So he is one of the marketing manager. He is a marketing manager. So now here I'm having this employee table. I'm having this department table. So whenever we are going to be mapping the association, that means these employees are working in this department. Okay, these employees are working in these departments. Because whenever you are Joining into any organization, okay, definitely you have to work in any of the department, right? Yes, you have to work in a specific department. So now in this case, each and every employee should be get assigned to a specific department. So now tell me here, how can we map the association among these two objects?
The department, need to connect the department with the employee.
Okay, then,
The designation and the name in the department, sir.
okay,
Keep the department ID in employee object, sir.
okay. Now, in this case, how to map the association among these two tables? Because here, each and every employee should work in a department. Now, in this case, how to map the relation between these two tables? Now, let's see. Mapping the relation between the two tables is exactly similar like as mapping the relation between the two peoples in the real world. Whatever the way we are mapping the relation between the two people in the real world to two people, two human beings, exactly similar way we are mapping the relation between these two objects also. Now, so in this case here, how can we do this one? Now, so whenever if you want to map the relation between the two people, okay, two people, we are going to be following some specific mechanisms. Now let me explain. Suppose, for example, assume that whenever if you want to map the relation between the two people, what we need, first of all, we need a common column. Like for example, we are having, for example, a new baby boy has been came into the world today. Okay, today a new baby boy has been born. How can we identify this baby boy is belongs to the so-and-so parent? Because based on some similarities, based on face cut. Like this baby boy is looking like as his father. Eyes are looking like as father. Face cut is looking like as mother. Lips are looking like as father. Color is like as mother. Like that, here we are going to be identifying the people. We are mapping some relation, okay, based on that similarities. Like the similar way, here also, if we want to map the relation between the two people, we need a common column. Okay, there is a similarities there, like as a face cut, both are same, color is same, eyes are looking same, height is looking same, habits are looking same. That means there is a similarities there. Based on that, we can able to guess this baby belongs to so and so parent, this baby belongs to so and so father, or this baby belongs to so and so parent, like as mother. We can able to guess. So now in this case, whenever we are going to be mapping the association between the two human people, so now we need a common thing over here. That means we need a common column, common similarity. So now here in this case, okay, now here in this case. So now we need some common thing between these two tables also. Like the similar way we have to map the association. Now, in this case, upon mapping the association between the two objects, okay, upon mapping the association between the two objects, from where to where we need to map the association? Child to parent or parent to child, generally. How to map the relation between the two people in the real world? We have a parent and a child. From where to where we can map the association? Parent to child or child to parent?
Parent to child.
Parent to child or child to parent?
Parent to child, sir.
Parent to
Parent to
child.
child, sir.
Are you sure? Whenever we
Parent
are
and
mapping, whenever if you want to map the association between the two people in the real world, always we are mapping the association from child to parent, not from parent to child. Okay, always we are mapping the association from child to parent, not from parent to child. Because of the parent only child is available. How do you know this child is belongs to so and so parent? Because she is having some similarities. He is having some similarities like as his parent. Eyes, face cut, nose, height, color. He is having some similarity like as a parent. That's what here we are guessing. Oh, this person is belongs to so and so. Like for example, assume that today I'm going to one of my relatives' house. How those people will recognize me? Because of my parent. Because here they will guess, they will be identifying me. Oh, this person is son of so and so, or daughter of so and so, or wife of so and so. So that they will recognize me because of my parents. Whenever I'm filling up any application form, bank application, anything over here, so now I'm describing myself like as I, some so and so, Ramesh Kumar, son of so and so, or daughter of so and so, wife of so and so. That means I'm giving my description by giving the details of my parent. Because in my name, I'm having my surname. Where is that surname? How we are getting the surname? This is coming from where? From my parent. Because of the parent, I'm staying right now. I'm available right now in the world. Without my parent, I'm not there. If there is a parent, then only the child. If there is no parent, there is no concept of child. So in my name, I'm having the surname at the last. That surname is coming from where? From my parent over here. Because of my surname, the people will recognize, oh, this person is belongs to so and so family. Based on my surname, based on that surname only, they will recognize me. But that surname is coming from my parents over here. So always, so now we are mapping the association from child to parent, not from parent to child. So whenever a new baby boy has been born today, we are guessing that, we are identifying that, oh, this baby boy is looking like as his father. We are not mapping parent to child. Okay, oh, this father is looking like as a baby, not like that. Baby is looking like as his father. Baby is looking like as his mother. Eyes, face cut, all these things. That means we are mapping the relation of the child with parent. So always in the real world also, we have to map the association from child to parent, not from parent to child. Exactly similar way in the database also. You can take any database in the IT industry. It may be MS Access also. It may be Oracle also. SQL Server also. DBase, it is Teradata, Sybase, PostgreSQL, IngressSQL, MySQL, anything, whatever the databases, including Salesforce. Same concept. Always we have to map the relation between the two tables from child to parent, not from parent to child. If anybody is aware of database concept, okay, for example, take some Oracle or SQL Server to map the association between the two tables, we are creating what? We are creating one foreign key. Where we are creating the foreign key field in the parent object or child object? Child object. What it will do, it is mapping the association with parent over here. Okay, that foreign key we are creating on the child, that will be having the similarity of the parent over here. It will be storing the parent record ID over there. That means it is indicating this child is belongs to so and so parent. So in this case here also, whenever we are mapping the association between the two objects in Salesforce also, we have to follow two simple steps. Okay, we have to follow two simple steps, nothing else. Very, very simple concept. Now, as a step one, while mapping the relationship between the two objects, we have to follow the below two steps. As a step one, okay, as a step one, identify the parent object and the child object. Identify the parent object and the child object. This is the first step. Now tell me, from these two, department and employee, which one is parent and which one is child? Which one is parent, which one is child?
Employee is child, department is parent.
Parent.
Why? Why? Any reason?
Department has many employees.
Okay,
And
right.
department,
Because when, yes, right, correct. So now here in this case, when coming to the parent child in the real world, a parent can have 0 childs, 1 child, 2 childs, 3 childs, a number of childs also. Exactly same human being relationship concept also in IT industry also. Same thing, no change at all. That's what I'm mapping with the real world concept. So in this case, okay, in this case, there we are mapping the relation between the people, but here we are mapping the relation between tables. That's it. Now, in this case, when coming to the parent, a parent can have 1 or more number of childs. In this case here, a department can have 1 or more employees. Not only 1 employee, multiple employees also. Initially in the department, there is no employees also. Maybe this is recently we have started the department. We'll start recruiting the employees slowly, one by one, one by one, one by one. So in a single department, we can have multiple employees, so that based on that assumption, we are making this department object as the parent and the employee object as the child. This is the parent object. And this is a child object. Employee is a parent, so the employee is a child, department is a parent. This is the first step we have to identify. Once you are identifying this one, almost the relationship concept is over. Once you are identifying parent and the child objects perfectly, almost the relationship concept is over. As a step 2. Now, so now here in this case, now I have a parent, I have a child. Then how can we map the relation of the child with the parent? This child is having the face cut like as father, eyes like as father, color like as father, height is like as father. That means like as a parent. That means what? When coming to the child is having some similarity like as his father. That means their parent. So in this case, what happened? Child is having his own qualities. Along with that, he is having one similar quality like as his parent over here. So in this case, to store that similarity, we are going to be adding one information. We are adding some column. So that here, create one additional column. Create an additional column where in child object, which will store the parent record ID. Parent record ID. That means we need to create a relationship column. We have to create the relationship field inside the child object, which should be associated with the parent object. It's like as a foreign key column, nothing else. It's like as a foreign key concept, nothing else. Okay, so as a step 2, create one additional column in the child object, which should be associated with the parent object. Now, so in this case here, we have to create, simply go to that child object over here. Straightforward concept. Okay, straightforward concept. Go to that child object, create one additional column over here. Go to the child object, create one additional column. In the child object, create one additional column. This column should be associated with the parent object here. Okay, this column should be associated with that parent object here. How can we recognize a parent? Based on that parent ID? That means department ID here. It will be mapping that association. So here I am going to store in that column called as department ID. That means in which department he is working. This employee is working in which department. I can't store the department name. Suppose if I'm storing the department name, like suppose Ram Kumar is working in the sales department. Sales department is where we have the sales department in 2 locations. One is in Hyderabad, second one is in Chennai. In which the location he is working? It will be ambiguity. It is a confusion again. So that I would like to store the ID of the department over. It is storing the recognition of the parent. So in this case, we have to create one additional column. So Ram Kumar is a sales manager working in some Hyderabad location. How can we identify that Hyderabad location sales department? So now D1001. So now D1001 means what? This is the department ID in which he is working. So this employee Ram Kumar is working in the department. Okay, D1001. That means this is a sales department in Hyderabad location. The second person is also working in the same department, D1001. That means he is also working in the same department over here as a sales executive. And the third person. Now, this person, Praveen, is working in the service department, which is having the ID D1002. And then, so now the Kiran is working in the marketing department, which is having the ID D1003. That means what? Along with that child information, we are storing parent record ID also. That means this child is belongs to so and so parent, so and so department. We can able to recognize. So in a single department, multiple employees also may be available. So this employee and this employee both are belongs to that same department over here. They're working in that same department. This is how we can able to map the association. Upon mapping the relation between the 2 objects in Salesforce, 2 simple steps. Okay, take the 2 objects and then identify which one is parent and which one is child. Once you are done, then straight forward, go to that child object, create one field. Okay, create one field. Upon creating this field, we need to select some data type, right? Yes. Upon creating that field, Salesforce is providing some relationship data types. What are the various relationship data types given by Salesforce? The first one is lookup relationship. First one is lookup relationship data type. Upon creating the field, generally we are selecting email type, phone type, auto number type, checkbox type, text type, like that we are selecting. Lookup, pick list type, like that. But here also we have to select some data type, right? But this field is we're using for what? To store the parent record information. So this is a relationship field. So that select that relationship related data type. So Salesforce is providing the relationship data types also, like as lookup relationship. The second one is external object lookup relationship data type. Third one, master detail relationship data type. Fourth one, hierarchical relationship data type. Hierarchical relationship data type. These are the 4 data types has been given by Salesforce as part of relationship. From this one, any one of the data type we have to select. So in this particular relationship concept, okay, first of all, we have to identify the parent object and then the child object. Once both the objects are ready, then create the association. How? Directly go to the child object, create one field by selecting the data type from any one of these 4, either lookup or master detail or external object lookup or hierarchical. These are the 4 relationship data types are available in Salesforce. How to map the association between these 2 objects in Salesforce? What is the lookup association, master detail, hierarchical? Everything we'll see, okay, one by one from tomorrow onwards. From tomorrow onwards, we'll see each and every relationship type one by one manually. How to implement that? We'll see practically that concept. Okay, now. So we are having the sessions in the evening 6 o'clock, tomorrow also, Sunday also, Monday also. By Monday, we are going to be completing the complete admin part. Okay, from Tuesday onwards and 1st of September, okay, we are starting the development concepts here.
Excuse me, sir.